once, twice, and it was so nice. We had to have it thrice. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling. It is the third time lucky for Chavo Guerrero, Chavito Guerrero, Kerman White. Call him what you want. I'm going to call him shite. It's ECW. It is the 15th of January 2008. And by God, ECW by this time... I mean, I'm not saying it's unwatchable, but it's not enjoyable to watch. Let's definitely at least say that.
Don't question my heart. Still watching this.
Well, I'm questioning the heart, ECW. You don't have a heart. You know, it's like, what has happened to you? No, people shit on ECW, right? But I would definitely say, like, the 2006 run from when it first came back to the end of 2006, I think there was some enjoyable stuff in there. You had ECW originals. They were mixing in like new guys, like Kevin Thorne, CM Punk, Elijah Burke. You were seeing these like cool new people coming out. You'd Kelly fucking dancing and shaking her ass. Alright, the Big Show title reign, which wasn't great. But, you know, we got some hardcore matches. You'd legends coming to ECW. Now, the disappointing thing was we weren't really getting new matchups. We were getting, Kane versus Big Show, Taker versus Big Show, Ric Flair versus Big Show, Batista versus Big Show. You know, it was shit that we'd already seen before. Would it have been a lot cooler if we were getting Sabu versus Taker? Or like, I don't know, Tommy Dreamer versus Ric Flair? I would have liked to have seen a different series of matchups, of course. But Big Show was the champion. Big Show was the guy that was getting pushed as like the unbeatable extreme monster. So we have to accept what it was. But come on, 2006 is night and 2008 is day. Or maybe it's a little bit about, but it's definitely night and day. One's good and one's not so good.
I think 2008 ECW is as close to modern wrestling as we have watched when we watch anything old. We've watched Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression, a lot of other pay-per-views, TNA, you know, watched 80s stuff, New Generation stuff. This is just every bit as bad. But note the difference is, right? ECW is an afterthought. It's almost like Vince is just fucking killing it. And he's trying to make it the third brand of WWE without really using any youth.
Yeah, I'll be completely honest. I'm a bit of a CM Punk mark, but this run's fucking awful. Like, it's god awful.
No, it is.
I actually don't blame them for putting the belt on Chavo. I can't... I remember, obviously I didn't remember it too well, but I thought CM Punk's run as champion was pretty good.
Yeah.
I see watching it back, you're like, holy shit, this ain't good. This is shit, this is crap, man. Ever since
That's what I'm saying, though. I think with CM Punk's run...
The John Morrison run was way better, gotta be honest, like.
No, I think CM Punk's run, we just watched, like, Big Show's 2002 run for, like, a month. I would say that's better than Punk's run. And I can't believe I'm fucking saying that.
Yeah, in terms of ECW runs though, how would you rank the runs so far? In terms of ECW champions. So we've had, I believe, 6. We have had RVD,
He's first.
Big Show, Bobby Lashley, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, John Morrison, and Mr. CM Punk.
I would go Van Dam, Lashley, McMahon, Nitro, Punk, and Big Show.
You put Big Show last?
Yeah. Fucking Reign of Terror, man. That big sack of shite coming out every week.
Fuck, I'd be tempted to put him third.
Third? Well, he's going 6th for me.
I think there was more stuff happening when Big Show was the champion.
Yeah, but you know what? Riddle me this, Batman. See if CM Punk and Morrison were getting Extreme Rules matches against Batista, Triple H, DX, fucking Ric Flair, Blood. Think how much better.
True. Could you imagine?
If Big Show was taking on Chavo 7 times in a row, I mean, fuck me. I wouldn't be reviewing it.
This channel would be deleted. Anyway, it's about time we actually talk about the show. Let's get into it. We kick off with John Morrison and The Miz taking on Robbie and Rory McAllister. Who knows if
this is an awful gimmick.
I mean, if McMahon hadn't, you know, if McMahon had forgotten about the whole TNA appearance, he certainly didn't tonight. The McAllister brothers losing. The McAllister brothers losing in 2 minutes and 58 seconds. The point of this match, I don't really know.
No, I don't really know.
Yo, the tag team division has to be fucking god awful. Like,
no, you're right. But
when do you think tag team wrestling actually died? People would say the brand split, but I think there was some decent things after the brand split. I would have to say tag team wrestling probably died. I think around maybe 2004 going into 2005.
yeah, I think it got revived in 06 when you had like DX with RKO. Like the Hardys came back, Eminem, but I mean they quickly petered away. I would agree though. I think 04, 05. I mean you're losing the Dudleys.
Evolution had a wee run as well, and then they kind of fizzled it.
Like yeah, you think you're like 04, 05, and it's like you're struggling. Like I'm sorry, like Brian Kendrick and Paul London just don't cut the mustard like other teams do.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at the tag teams that you had in the
Like,
Attitude Era and the beginning of the Ruthless Aggression Era, and now you look at the tag teams that we currently have during this 2008 period. Not too sure who the champs are on Raw. I mean, I'd have to assume maybe Rhodes and DiBiase, but yeah, that sucks.
I feel like around this period, people who were just put together worked better than actual tag teams. Like MVP Matt Hardy, good. We did RKO, good. Like you know, a bit before it with Guerrero and Eddie. Like they weren't actual. You know what I mean? They're not proper tag teams.
Guerrero and Eddie?
I know. Eddie and Ray for like a period in 05.
Oh, do you remember that great team with the most creative name you've ever heard? Jerry Show. What about that? And then it went one better. Miz Show. Yo, who came up?
Jerry Show.
Do you think that's McMahon that came up? I would go as far as saying whoever came up with those names deserves to be shot, or at least released for their contract. How could anyone think that's a good name? Jerry Show, Miz Show. You're literally just taking one guy's name, the other guy's name, and sticking them together.
I think Jerry Show is so much better than Miz Show though. It's
But-
Jerry Show.
You know I got you.
Aye, so
Anyway,
Miz Show.
look, Morrison and Miz defeated Robbie and Rory. Good for them. I think this was actually the first match, though. We've just completely skipped over the cutting edge. So we opened the show with the cutting edge, and I mean, I don't really recall the cutting edge of all the talk shows that happened around this period of time. I think the cutting edge is the one show that I probably recall the least. I think more of
He's been done dirty with a guest.
yeah,
so.
I think more of the highlight reel, Chris Jericho's. I think more of Carlito's Cabana. Yeah, obviously Carlito. Even MVP's, the MVP lounge, I think of that more.
Yep.
But the cutting edge, this was an awful, and it should be good because you've got the world champion for SmackDown in the ECW. You've got two of the so-called free world champs in WWE right now, and this was fucking garbage, man. It was terrible. Edge talking about defending his belt against Rey Mysterio at the Rumble. ECW champ Punk comes out. Edge says he's been watching Punk's career, and he
Is it not safe to say before Punk hit stardom, he just sucked as a face?
yeah, and then it just wasn't any good. And Punk says, you know, he's beat Chavo, albeit not clean, but he could beat if Chavo wanted a third fight, he'd give him it. Then Edge pokes CM Punk into to give him in a third fight. The Mexican music hits, Chavo comes out. They agree to a third match, and then we get a bit of a brawl when Edge and Chavo beat up Punk, and then, I mean, that was it, really. And we see Edge leave the arena, so that's what it is. Anyway, after the opening match, this was crap, by the way, but yeah, I don't want to shit on Edge, but it wasn't good. The cutting edge probably should have cut this for the show. Right, anyway, let's move on. We see Edge leave, then we get a vignette featuring the debut of Kofi Kingston. I like the vignettes. Kofi Kingston right here looks like a cool character, and I know people will disagree. I think this is when Kofi Kingston peaked. For me, yeah, he peaked before he actually appeared, but I think these vignettes are probably some of the best stuff that he's doing, and I think this is better than Kofi Mania. I prefer Kofi Kingston, the fake Jamaican, the Jamaican accent, man. You know, I prefer that over the Kofi Mania, honestly. I think the New Day Kofi Mania version fucking sucks.
There's a bit of trouble in paradise, man.
What do you think?
No, I agree. Kofi Mania is fucking awful, and it's a stain on the wrestling business, that period. Oh, he deserved more than getting squashed by Brock in 5 seconds. It should be a fucking privilege that Kofi Do you know Kofi Kingston's like the only guy to actually work a match with Brock and free TV since 2004? So, I mean, should he not just fucking accept? Actually, you know what? I've held this belt since Mania. It's now what, October. I've had a 6-month title reign. See when he debuted in '07. That is as good as it could have got for him.
Definitely. Anyway, let's. So up next we have Kane defeating Colin Delaney. Colin Delaney just gets picked on every week by Taz. Taz sets him up to fail, and this week again he failed. Kane came out, beat him. Nothing new here. Beat him in a minute. We then seen Kelly come out. She then says that next week there's going to be a best body contest between herself, Layla, and Lena. Layla and Lena to celebrate ECW's first week in HD. So that's how we're celebrating it, guys. We're going to HD and we're getting a high definition best body contest. So maybe we'll see King on ECW next week to judge this shit. Who knows? Just don't really think Kelly needed to come out and cut an in-ring promo to announce this, but
she did. We've got time to waste on a show that's like, what, 10 minutes long?
Yeah, but you telling me Joey Styles and Taz couldn't have talked over a graphic and announced this?
Of course they could have.
Anyway, or at least have the women argue backstage or something like that, and it leads to... why did Kelly... I don't know, just didn't make any sense to me. Then we got Shelton Benjamin defeating Nunzio in 3 minutes and 6 seconds. I'm the gold standard. I think that's another overrated run for Shelton Benjamin. I'm not really digging it.
No.
Ain't no stopping me, no.
Colours his hair in yellow, well done.
Good for you. We then get a backstage segment with Punk and Estrada. This Estrada run's not really doing much for me either, to be honest.
No.
He's kind of just there.
He's barely been there.
I think Estrada's a good character, just doing nothing with him. Estrada then says, I don't know if you're healthy enough, Punk, to do it. Punk's like, nah, I can wrestle, I can do it. So he's going to do it. We then see highlights for Raw. Jeff Hardy taking out Randy Orton. Big jump there, 30-foot swanton.
Remember this spot? I mean, this is a pretty iconic moment, I think, of the Ruthless Aggression era.
Yep, for sure. Even though Ruthless Aggression era is pretty close to dying, isn't it?
No, it is, but still Ruthless Aggression. Once they go to, I think it's about, what, June 2008?
I think by 2008, WWE was beginning to lose its Ruthless Aggression, to be honest. Lose its quality, for sure.
It's a weird one. I don't think the Attitude Era ever really... The Attitude Era ended with X7, don't that's what people say.
Anyway, we end the show with Chavo Guerrero, 3rd week in a row, taking on CM Punk. This time, Chavo defeats CM Punk in 11 minutes and 19 seconds. So I believe the first 2 weeks were 15 minutes and 14 minutes. This week was 11 minutes. So between Chavo and CM Punk over the past 3 weeks, they've main evented. It's been over 40 minutes worth of wrestling, and it has ended in either a count out or a disqualification. And that just seems like an absolute waste to waste 40 minutes on that. Also, why not mix it up? Why has it been the 3 main events? Why not maybe week 2 have it start the show? I get this one can't really start because they need to set it up at the opening, but I don't know. For me, to have 3 main events in a row, for them to all go well over 10 minutes, and then just to get screwy finishes. I mean, surely if you're going to do screwy... These matches could have... But then when you do get the real matches, like, you've already seen these guys wrestle a bunch of fucking times. See, by the time you get the ECW title match, who's going to care?
I think there's
I'm going to be, like, boring.
There's only one way you should have 7 matches. It's the best of 7 series.
But I always thought best of 7 series sucked.
No, they do suck, but this is worse.
Say what you want about... People always call it Cena and Orton feud. At least, pretty much, most of their matches were at pay-per-view, with a title on the line.
Yeah, over years as well.
I mean, we've got Chavo Guerrero taking on CM, and now Chavo Guerrero gets his title shot. It's like, honestly, man, who cares? And these guys have been in matches on SmackDown.
No, but no, the thing is, this isn't even a dig at Chavo and Punk, right? As much as it may sound like it is, but there's not 2 people in wrestling who could face each other 7 weeks in a row and make it work.
No,
like like just the same match. There ain't. We love Rock Austin happened at 3 Manias, other numerous pay-per-views like Hogan Rock, whatever. You can't do it 7 weeks in a row.
No.
It's like house show sort of stuff.
I don't know. You have to wonder, is McMahon was he purposely fucking this over?
Is it fucking laziness? Like, but then it's not even that it's laziness. Like they're actually like booking a different story week to week. Like they're actually getting like people out there, like Edge involved in it. Like Edge like batters Punk and throws him in and shit like that. Anyway, I'm giving this show a 2 out of 10. Really bad.
Yeah, I'll give it a 2 out of 10 as well. Not good. Plus, by the way, Edge did come out and he helped. He helped Chavo in the end attack CM Punk and defeat CM Punk. So
I do think when we see Matt Hardy, Mark Henry, Christian, even the likes of like Regal,
Tommy Dreamer gets a run with the belt. I actually think that might pick up.
Yeah.
I just assumed the ECW from the beginning to the end would just get worse and worse and worse. But I think the last like 3-4 months have been really bad. That
yeah,
I think a change of scene in the main event. It's not even like Punk's been around that long, but it feels like he's been around fucking years at this point.
it does.
Stinking out the joint, guys. 2 out of 10. Not a good show. Very, very poor. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.